I'm leaning back in my chair for this one, and that's not something I usually do when I'm recording a video. I usually make a point of sitting up straight and projecting my voice and really talking with my chest, and I am still sort of doing that. It's just maybe not quite as much of a projection as it usually is. Not that it particularly matters, the microphone's right in front of my face. All of this is to say that I'm leaning back in my chair because I'm thinking. And I've been thinking about Prison Architect a little bit for this last hour or so. I've been reading some stuff on the Steam forums, on Reddit threads, and in the YouTube comments on this series to just try and sort things out a little bit, because the prison is a bit of a mess. We have people rioting, we have people dying all the time, and we actually have a good number of people in solitary because the prison is a bit of a mess. I went ahead and just conducted a shakedown to try and get to the bottom of our drugs problem, which I'm pretty sure we did use a mutator to bring more drugs into the prison. The reason I'm looking to do that is simply because a lot of my prisoners don't sleep. And from what I've been reading on the Steam forums and on Reddit, apparently if your prisoners are on drugs, they will probably not sleep. Or they're going to be trying to escape by digging a tunnel. I reckon a lot of these guys are on drugs, so I've gone ahead and started researching dogs through bureaucracy so we can start doing some narcotics searches to see if we can maybe get to the bottom of this drugs problem. Now, an extension of that is going to be these guys here. Felix Shopland, Alex Sullivan, and Brian Stone. And I'm sure there's one or two others as well in this situation, but those three guys are starving to the point that they're regularly getting injured and falling unconscious, and they're being brought back from the brink by my medics. Now, well, I mean, for example, Brian here has actually just collapsed, and so has Felix, and Alex has recently gotten out of the, infirmary. They're not eating. They've gone to the canteen, and I've watched them do it. I've watched all of them do it. I've clicked on them, I've kept them highlighted, but they go there and walk around and don't eat, and I wonder if that's a drugs thing as well. So we'll find out. Essentially, we're going to need sniffer dogs. We're going to need to go hard on narcotics. I also want to take a second and see if any of these guys would be interested in being a CI, which it doesn't seem like they would. So we'll not worry too much about that. In terms of gangs, we have a few rooms that are being claimed. We have a couple of members of different gangs. We have one member of this gang. That's all well and good. I do intend on splitting those guys up, by the way, if I can get the words out. And to be completely honest, I could split them up in a sort of interesting-ish way. Well, kind of. I'd have to redo some cells, and I'd potentially have to, well... No, I couldn't split them up. I was going to say that I could, use this as one gang's block, this is another, and this is another. But I think what I'm going to do is simply build this area up here and say that this block is for one gang, this block is for another, and maybe we just build another one here that's for the third gang. Or we keep extending this way with the sort of core aspects of the prison, and we build another block here and another block here, and those can be for gangs and protective custody and all that stuff as well. Long story short, we have some experimenting to do today, but I want to go ahead and start building some foundations first. So I want to go in here and say that I want to build all of this, and I'm actually going to go up and build all of this. In fact, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to build all of this instead, because I want to bring my prison capacity up to 50 so we can get that grant out of the way. But I also want to go in here and I want to build all of this because my thinking here is that I'm going to turn this room, I've moved the planning for the door to the left side here, I want to turn this room into either laundry or a cleaning cupboard, and I want to do the same down here, or, maybe... It won't, it'll probably be another one. I think, one of these will be the laundry room, and then the other will be another cleaning cupboard. Just so we can put more prisoners to work, so we can deal with the issues with their clothing, and, so they're not running around during free time doing absolutely nothing as well. And then while that's going on, we probably want to start looking at things like metal detectors, because that's something that I think we were all in agreement on based on the comments that I've read. It seems everyone was quite keen to see metal detectors go into the prison. So I think what I'm gonna do here is keep this relatively simple and go 2 right there. We'll go 2 right there. We'll go for 2, not like that, right there and right there. Now I could probably, almost certainly, in fact, get away with fewer metal detectors than that if I really thought about it and really wanted to. I could probably put like 2 right here, 2 right here, and 2 right there, although they could go through the yard if they wanted to. So basically metal detectors as they're going in and out of the cell block seems like the easiest way to do things. So we'll get those in there, and that'll be great. And hopefully that's a way that we can start catching things, because the only other way out of this cell block is to go through the staff-only area, which, just for the sake of safety, honestly, let's just go ahead and put some metal detectors down here as well, just to make sure that we're not missing anything at all, right? So everything going in and out of that cell block should be caught. It shouldn't be a problem, and we should be all right. Now, Sullivan is still starving, and you can see what I mean here. He is critical when it comes to starving, and he's just not going for food. Now, something I did also do is I went into policy, and I've increased our quantity of meals to high and the variety to high as well. So we're doing pretty good food now. We have a good selection, and this guy is... he's not okay. I don't know what he's doing. I've really got no idea. But down here we've got Felix as well, who seems to be having a tough time. They're all just having tough times, and I think they're all just completely off their face on drugs. I have that theory at the moment, and I'm gonna run with that theory until I get proven otherwise, whatever the word is I'm looking for there. I'm hoping that it's drugs. I know that's a weird thing to say in a way, but I genuinely hope it's drugs and not something else that I'm completely oblivious to, because it would be kind of awkward if this entire time it was just like, yeah, for some reason those guys, they just don't sleep. I don't know. I've got no idea. I'm also realizing that these aren't contraband scanners. They are, ooh, hello. They are simply metal detectors, so they're not actually going to detect drugs and the like. But at the very least, this guy, for example, had a fork. The menace, the nerve of trying to bring a fork out of the cell block. How dare you? All right, so that's been sorted. We got the metal detectors. Construction's going well up here. I guess, I mean, we need some dogs, right? Surely we've researched it. We have. Okay, what if this other room up here becomes a kennel? Which, thankfully, I can go ahead and start building while the rest of this place is under construction. So we'll go ahead and do that just real quick right there. We'll go to doors. We'll get ourselves a nice double staff door down there. And then these are going to be 2 workrooms. So we'll just do, I guess, large jail doors there and there. And we'll do a staff door back here with a double staff door here. And I'm going to leave this bit open for now because I might do some fields out here, and I think I can put prisoners to work in things like orchards and whatnot. So we'll give that a shot. We'll get all this built. I am going to need to take out this little section of wall down here, but that's okay. And actually, I want to prioritize this. I want to get this bit done sooner than later because I'd like to also go... That is flooring. That's not a room. I'd like to get myself a kennel in there. So that room right there, it needs to be enclosed, which it will shortly be once that last little bit of wall gets put in there. And then it needs dog crates. So if we go ahead here, we've got dog crates and dog bowls. So basically, I mean, I don't know what way around these things need to go, but we'll just do a bunch of them right there. And that should be all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dogs. Maybe, I don't know, 6 dog bowls. We could do a bunch right there as well. And you know what? We'll do some dog crates on this side as well. So that's a pretty good looking space. I'll actually just rotate these around and do it that way. That's a pretty decent looking space. I can actually space these out even better if I really wanted to. By doing this, we'll leave that little gap down there. We'll go for 10 dogs rather than whatever we were going for there, 12. So we'll do that. And that seems okay. And then what I can do is throw some lights just into those spots. That'll keep the room nice and bright. In terms of flooring, we'll just go for, I don't we'll do like grates in sort of the middle. We'll do like a nice wooden floor around the outside, just to sort of make it a little bit, I don't know, nicer, a little bit of variety or something like that. And then, by the looks of it, I think I can probably get away with taking this wall out down here. So let's get that done. Let's prioritize it. We'll bring the mosaic floor through all of that, and we should be good. And just like that, we have a kennel, and I'm quite happy with it. So now, what I want to do is I want to go to staff, and I want to get myself some dog handlers. I'm going to say 2 of them to start with is probably fair enough. Or sorry, cat handlers, I should say. I forgot we had, we'll go for 4 actually. Go for 4 cat handlers and that'll be great. But now what I can do is narcotics search the entire prison. So that's going to deploy all of the cats, the drug sniffing cats, to see what exactly we have. And hopefully that's going to help us to, you know, get to the bottom of what's going on here. Although we've only found one thing so far, which is slightly concerning, especially since a lot of these prisoners are wide awake all of the time. Maybe we don't have as many narcotics as I thought we did. That's actually, that's really concerning. I'm going to be honest. I'm a little alarmed at the fact that we haven't found drugs. I was kind of expecting to find more than just like 1 sedative. I'm not even sure how it was just a sedative. Because we kind of have the opposite problem. Like, there's got to be, like, adrenaline or something coming into the prison, right? It can't just be... There's no way it's just sedatives. So I guess what I'm going to do is just not bother worrying about these handful of prisoners that don't eat. Because nothing I'm doing seems to really work. Like, this guy is just... I mean, he's starving and he's not eating. There's been no incidents in 6 days. I think his bladder needs are way up there. His bowels, his sleep. Like, he doesn't sleep. He doesn't eat. I don't know. He doesn't seem to do anything. He just kind of walks around. So I'm just not going to worry about it. That's about all I can do. What I will do is I'm going to go to quick build, and I'm basically just going to duplicate all of this, swing it around this way, and we are just going to put this right up here. In fact, we're not going to do that. We need to duplicate all of this end of things. In fact, no, we don't. We're just going to duplicate all of this, and I'm going to put it right about there. And then I want to duplicate this middle part, and we're going to do exactly the same thing. We're going to just put it, you know, right up here. So we're going to have more solitary, we're going to have more cells. That's going to give us a capacity of 50, which is fantastic. That's kind of what we need. We can also go in with doors, and we want these large jail doors just along there. And we'll get this whole thing decorated and looking nice in the not too distant future. We'll also go ahead and prioritize, as weird as this kind of is, I want to prioritize all of the wall sections here to make sure that the sinks actually go in there properly. So all of these bits here need to be prioritized on the cells, and then the rest of it I'm not too worried about. So we'll let my workmen kind of do their thing and figure everything out. I could have probably just copied and pasted the entire thing, but again, we'll sort of let them do their own thing and figure out how exactly they want to build this. Can you guys... Oh my god, another guard's dead. Alright. Alright, this is getting to be a problem. We really probably want to look into, you know, stopping people from killing each other. If we look at programs and staff programs, the disarming certification led by a chief in a classroom. It's an hour. Each guard requires a desk. Oh boy. Okay. I want to start the program, but I need a classroom. So maybe, what if we don't need all these offices here? What if I was to go and say that instead of a bunch of offices here at the bottom, it's like a big weirdly shaped classroom with some doors there? Like that might work out. And then if I go to this and I say like classroom, The school desks are, like, they could just go across here, I guess, and then we need, like, an office desk in the middle. Yeah, we could probably do that. We don't have the money for it, which means I'm probably going to need to chop down some trees. Although, to be fair, if we can build this, I'll bring in a bunch more prisoners, and that'll get me money, so I don't have to keep cheesing the tree thing. So I think I'm going to let this get built first, just to see if I can, you know, avoid cheesing the tree thing. You know, as low as we're starting to run on money, I'm hoping that we're going to be okay, because we need 4 more cells, 3 more cells now to be completed, and we get a whole bunch of money for bringing the prisoner capacity up to 50. And honestly, it probably wouldn't have been a bad idea to try and bring more prisoners in, but it's neither here nor there. I think my priority really is just going to be trying my best to get these last 3 cells finished. I'm not exactly sure why they're not being finished. I don't know exactly what they need other than to be secured, apparently. So there we go. We just got $20,000. Beautiful. Let's immediately go back into grants and bring the prisoner capacity up to 100. That seems like a bad idea. It doesn't seem like a good idea. This one, the inmate nutrition thing, I don't know about that. I'm not too sure on it. But I do think getting, let's see, what was the one I'm looking for? Protection. Successfully train 20 guards in disarming. I think we can do that because I do want to get myself a classroom, which is going to be this room right here. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change my plan to be a bit more of a normal shaped room so I can have some fun there, which should mean I can kind of double up on the desks, right? So we can still put the desk there and the chair there. Yeah, we could do something kind of like this the whole way through that room. So that's a really good number of desks, I think, for guards. So that should be all right. That'll be our classroom. These will still be offices. So what we'll do is go to foundations. We'll go to brick. And you know what? I'm going to do this bit out of concrete. Unless we have more options, which I guess we do. I don't know that I want to do this bit out of anything other than brick or concrete. We've kind of used a mix throughout the entire prison, and I'm not 100% sure why. I guess maybe... How much more expensive are we talking here, though, is the question. I mean, maybe we use the white wall just to be a bit different. Kind of like a weird extension to the building. I guess we'll do that. We'll see what it's like. And what we can do is go to walls, go to doors, and we'll just throw a double staff door right about there. And we'll do there. And we'll go ahead and get the offices figured out as well, I suppose. I would also kind of like that to be prioritized, but I realize it's not really a priority. And I'm also noticing that still a lot of problems with pipes here. I don't know what layout I've gone for before on this thing, but we'll go for whatever layout I'm doing now, I guess. I really don't remember what this is supposed to look like. So we'll just do that. And that should give us pipes for all of those. We do need to bring pipes, of course, into all of the cells as well. And you know what? We just had 2 overdoses. So let me pause while I do this. And what we'll do is throw we'll get a canine search going on. We'll get a narcotics search going on to see if we can just find anything. Again, I kind of doubt we will. But it'd be nice, you know? It would be nice to find something and start putting a stop to this whole problem that we're having. So we'll go ahead and get that all done. We will narcotics search everything. And we'll just see what happens. Everyone's in their cells right now. Everyone should be sleeping, but they're not. So, in theory, we should, hopefully, find something. We do only have 4 cats, admittedly. We don't have too much, but hopefully we find something. I'm also realizing we can bring in a bunch of prisoners tomorrow, so we should probably get some patrols going and bring in 20 more prisoners tomorrow. Not that I think we can necessarily handle it. I'll be honest. I don't think we're going to be in a position to handle that very well at all, but I think it'll be interesting. Oh, now there we go. Now we found something. We found some drugs. We found some medicine. We found a needle. So we are now finding things. which is good. That's what we need to be doing. We need to be finding all that. We need to be getting to the bottom of what's going on in this prison. I'm also wondering, if we look at intelligence, anyone interested in being an informant? Aha! You. I would very much like to bring you in as an informant. I've got to be honest. I think it'd be kind of nice. So let's just select you. We'll not worry about the fight going on elsewhere. And we'll bring both of you in as informants, and that should keep us pretty good. That should keep us pretty good. We'll hopefully have some decent coverage at some point. We'll not really bother bringing them in or anything like that. We'll just let them chill. This guy's kind of sus right now, so we'll just let them chill a little bit. Nothing to worry about. Oh, this is done as well. Lovely. All right. I hear a fight. I think I just heard the guards do something. They made that noise that they make. I'm not really going to worry about it. It's not that I don't care. It's just that no, it is actually that I don't care. Okay, so next time we have prisoner intake. We're getting 23 prisoners. They are going to go into all of this space and fill up some space down here as well. I've got my guards assigned to their various patrols, which will hopefully keep everything nicely under control as well. And I also need to finish those pipes right there to make sure that's all okay. I've also updated some of the patrols in the canteen and the yard to just have more guards just all over the place. But apparently that's not really done much because this guy's just killed someone. So, yeah, a little bit of gang violence. Oh, and one of my guards is dead as well. All right. Well, yeah, that's, all right, well, I just get a replacement right there, because we kind of need him, and, I guess let's focus on building a classroom, huh? Let's do that, because we really need to sort of get the level of violence in this prison down a little bit, because it's getting out of hand, I'll tell you right now. It's not a good place. Not a good place at all. Let's give them a normal desk. And, what else? What else do we want in here? I want a chair. So I need to search by classroom. And we're gonna need school desks. Gonna need a few of these, to be honest. We'll get them there. It's a good amount. What else do we need? Oh, we don't need anything. Okay, can I ooh. I can add like a blackboard and improve the grading of the classroom. That seems like a good idea. Let's add 2 of those. Bookshelves seem like a pretty good idea as well, just to make the place a little fancier. And then we have like windows, which can improve a classroom's grade as well. What about a classy window? I like the idea of a classy window. That seems like a good idea. We can put a bunch of classy windows right there to improve the classroom a little bit, make it a little bit more classy. And we'll also throw some lights into that space as well. That should keep us good, assuming I bring some electricity down there. And also, did we just get a bunch of prisoners? We absolutely did. Okay. Here's hoping things go well. Here's desperately hoping things go well for the prison right here. I think what we should do is immediately go to rooms, immediately go to cleaning cupboard, and let's just say that that's what that's going to be. And then we need laundry as well, which is going to be this space right here. And that's going to need some things. So that's going to need things like tables, which apparently I can't select. There we go. It's apparently too big. So we'll do like a table there and a table there. Apparently it doesn't need tables at all, actually, so I'm an idiot. Get rid of those. It just needs like laundry machines, which honestly, 1, 2, 3 right there seems pretty good. Laundry baskets and ironing boards. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. We'll do 4 laundry baskets. We'll do another couple right there, and we'll see how that goes. As for this cleaning cupboard, let's find out how many people I can put in there. So logistics, 16 jobs and 18 down here. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In fact, you know what? Let's just put everyone there. Let's go for the full 18, and let's go for, what is that, 8? That's 10 right there. So we'll do something like that. And then what we need to do, essentially, is go to deployment, and during work hours, I want like 2 guards in there and 2, you know, maybe 1 guard in there, and that should be fine. So that'll be all right. Hopefully that works out. We can do a little bit of lighting in all of these spaces, of course, just to brighten them up a little bit. We can do some nice flooring in all of these guys too. We can bring the mosaic tiles under the doors. And then these guys just need a bit of power, and they also need a bit of water. So we'll go ahead and just do something like this. Prioritize all of it. And hopefully we can actually see a bunch of prisoners get to work. Hopefully that means that their clothing in general is going to be better. What does the warden want? Oh, we're on fire! We're on fire! Okay. Oh, okay. Right. I'm gonna say emergency. I'm gonna say I need the fire department, and I kind of need it now. I kind of need you guys to go there, like, right now. Kind of need you guys to go there right now. Kind of need a 2-pronged approach to this thing. And I'm also gonna say, oh, one of my cooks is dead. All right. We need to bang up all sectors. Everyone back to their cells. Everybody back to your cells, please. How did you die? It was murdered. For God's sake, the prison's on fire and you're bloody murdering each other. Can you not for 2 seconds? I get you guys in here. Is that, are we putting it out? I think we're sort of putting it out. I think we're good. I think we're all right. I think the fire is almost out. Yeah. All right. All right. Well, I mean, allow me to be the first to say it. That could have been worse. Could have been considerably worse. So, yeah, good job, everybody. Good job, prison for, you know, not completely burning down. And, honestly, good job to, I don't know, good job to, good job to the prisoners for not making a break for it, I guess. Can I like fix all of this? We need to end the bang up is what we need to do. Actually, that's probably not a good idea. We're gonna have to keep everybody in lockup for a second until this place has been secured. Because right now it desperately needs this wall to be rebuilt. Otherwise they can just walk out, and there we go. Alright, so bang up can end. We do appear to have a bit of a broken kitchen. So rooms and kitchen, this is just one kitchen right there. And then the canteen is also going to need a little bit of love. So this is all one canteen, this is all one canteen. And I guess this also all needs fixed as well. Oh my god, it broke all my cables. It would, wouldn't it? Alright, so can I prioritize getting all that fixed as well as my pipes? This is why I have redundancies. This is why everything has redundancies. Turns out having these redundancies in pipes and cables works really well in case of fire. What would also work pretty well in case of fire is sprinklers. Sprinklers probably would have been a fantastic idea. And, well, I didn't have any, so we happened to catch fire. I might need to invest in some sprinklers. There's a definite chance there I'm gonna need to, gonna need to do that. But, for now, let's just go ahead and... You know what, let's do the marble tiles. Let's upgrade the canteen a little bit with some nice, fancy marble tiles. We'll get that whole thing done. A bit unnecessary, but we did have a fire, so we might as well, you know, spruce the place up a little bit. We also might as well go ahead and get this mosaic floor replaced out there, as well as this, as well as that poor guy's cell, which is apparently, having some trouble. So, let me go and get the, medium security wall right there and get that sorted as well. Alright. So all of that can be sorted. I'm noticing these guys still don't have power. I'm not 100% sure why. Do I have to just run this cable underneath all of them? I think I do. Hopefully that fixes it. Hopefully the kitchen can actually work because my prisoners, they are going to be wanting some food relatively soon. So here's hoping that the fire doesn't have lasting effects. If anything, the prisoners overall are at least a bit more calm than they used to be. Maybe that's, you know, fear. Maybe they're afraid that I will just set the place on fire and just burn it down, quite frankly, because I'll be honest, how did you, what happened to you? Killed for being a snitch. All right. Yeah, we really might want to split these gang members up. Do I still have confidential informants? Are they dead? Ooh, they're not. Okay. I'd like to activate you and see what's going on. I'd like to find out what's happening with my confidential informants. See what's happening, see what kind of intel we can get. I don't know if it's actually going to tell me anything, but, you know, might as well have a look. And they're fighting again. All right, well, no one died in the canteen today, so that's nice. That's always good. I'll tell you what I will do, though. Let's very quickly narcotics search everything. Since we have new cells and we don't have metal detectors up here, that's going to be very, very important. And I guess I want to see all of my prisoners go to work. That's kind of where I'm at. I want to see how that goes. I want to see if they happen to, you know, actually keep the place really clean, as well as sort out the laundry around here, because that's been a bit of a recurring problem as well. And then while that's going on, we should probably go into the schedule, and we should go across to wherever the classroom is, which is right here. And I'm wondering, can I schedule the disarming certification? I'd kind of like to schedule it for a different time. I'm thinking like 3 in the morning for the disarming certification, so that my guards can hopefully go to it. And that's hopefully going to help us out, and we're hopefully going to see my guards now able to disarm the prisoners, because currently they can't do that, because currently they're a little bit crap. So hopefully they'll stop being a little bit crap and actually start being a little bit good. And I guess while we're here and looking at all of that, I've just realized I kind of need to put some door servos on here. So let me get one there, let me get one there, and here, and here. And I think that's all the servos we're going to need. So we'll get those all in. We'll get them connected to power. We'll get my guards certified in disarming prisoners. The metal detectors will catch contraband. And you know what? While they're all out, let's also go ahead and shake down the entire prison, just to make sure that we caught everything there is to catch. Because apparently we didn't. It seems like there's forks and poison and cigarettes. There's a lot of stuff out there that shouldn't be out there. Oh no, this is interesting. It seems that the jackals actually have 6 members in here now. Interesting. We really probably do want to look at splitting up some of these cell blocks a little bit. And I'm realizing I sort of can. I know I talked about earlier not being able to, but what I could do in theory is get rid of this middle door, bring a wall down here, and then this sort of becomes its own cell block with a shower. This is its own cell block with a shower, so you'd have 15 cells per block with a shower. So we could do that, and if we build this bit, we would have 4 blocks. So we could do 3 for the gangs, and then 1 that's just general custody. That might not be a bad idea, but the problem is, I don't know if a gang cell block is necessarily going to work the way I think it is. So to provide a level of control over gang allocation, gangs can be assigned to different living spaces, allowing them to be kept away from each other. So this space here, choose which gangs are usually permitted to enter certain areas. So the Vipers, the Bone Breakers, and the Jackals can enter there. Interesting. So basically, they'll have to overlap in the canteen, but I could, in theory, do that. I could say, essentially, I wonder, what I'm thinking is, if I say that this is the Jackal cell block, is it only going to be Jackals, or is it going to be Jackals plus Gen Pop? Right? That's my thinking, and I have to imagine it is going to be Jackals plus general population, because it would be a little bit silly if it wasn't. So we'll see. I guess we'll see. I'm also wondering, did anyone manage to pass this thing? I feel like they probably didn't, which is a little bit of a concern. I really have absolutely no idea. Reports, staff is here somewhere. It's right there. I don't know if there's any way to know. So carrying jail keys and baton. So they're all carrying jail keys and a baton. So I've actually got no idea if they managed to pass. Oh, for God's sake. Really? Really? Oh, what do you want, Chief? The leader of one of the gangs is currently being punished. Oh, boy. I don't care. Wait, why are there 4 oh, my. Good Lord. All right. All right. You know what? Let me get another guard. I'm about to get armed guards. I swear. I'm going to do it. And I will allow them to just shoot anyone that steps out of line. I will do that. I don't want to. But if I have to, I will do it. Speaking of having to do things, I'm also going to get rid of a bunch of these trees so I can get a bit of money to build this, this cell block right here. So let me clear, like, these ones out. And I think we're going to have to try this thing where we split up the gangs. I just think we have to. I think we, you know, having them apart as much as possible is probably for the best. Oh, now this is an interesting little something. I can set up a custom narcotics search. Can I set this to just be everywhere? Unlocked only, shared only, all sectors. I can say we want to do it every day, and we want to start. I don't know what time we want to start that, to be honest. What's my current, like, regime in here? They wake up at 7. So let's start the thing at 7, I guess? Yeah, that works. All sectors. Let's do it every day. And save. So we now have a daily narcotics search. I can do that with a shakedown as well, which is probably for the best. So let's do a daily, maybe not a daily shakedown, but what about, when do they have free time in the evenings? They have free time at 6. Let's do it at 9. So at 9 o'clock every evening, or not every evening, but 9 o'clock at night, and every 3 days, we will do a shakedown. And then tunnel searches can be a custom schedule. It can be every day. And that's going to be, I don't know what time to go for this one. Let's do 7 as they're getting up to go to the showers. And we'll do all sectors, and that can be every day. So that should give us the ability, you know, we should be checking for tunnels every day, narcotics every day, and we'll do a full shakedown every 3 days. That way, hopefully, why doesn't that have power? That way, hopefully, we start catching things, and I don't need to manually go in and constantly, you know, assign shakedowns and searches and all that stuff. We just get it done. That seems like the way to go. That seems like a smart thing. So hopefully that works. Hopefully we start to see fewer narcotics. Hopefully we start to see better behaved prisoners. But given that we are going to go up to 60 inmates shortly, I have my doubts.